Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to be talking all about how to get out of a rut. What to do when you've been working on your goals, you've been working on the things that matter to you, and then all of a sudden you get into this place where you feel stuck. You feel like you can't move forward. You feel like, everything that you wanted to do, you've been reverting to old habits. So we're going to be talking all about this today. First, trying to understand why we go through this. What is it that happens in our minds that make us not continue to move through with habits? And two, then we're going to go into a set of kind of like steps to help you, a little tips and tricks from me to help you kind of get back on track and ensure that you're sustaining those habits in a way that makes sense and also makes you feel heard and seen and understood. A little disclaimer before we start this video, I did get my lips done just the other day, and so they're still a little bit swollen and a little bit lumpy, so please just let your girl live, let your girl breathe, okay? So grab a cute drink. We're doing water today with my cool little filler straw, and let's get into this video. All right, so let's talk about why it is that we end up running away from our goals. What is it that makes us choose not to continue to pursue our goals or run away from the things that actually matter to us? So first, it's your subconscious mind. There's something in your subconscious mind that is stopping you from actually being able to run towards that goal. So what you need to do is actually sit with yourself and understand why. Why is it that you told yourself you were going to start that podcast, you were going to start that channel, you were going to start that business, you were going to start eating healthier, you were going to start going to the gym better, you were going to do all these things for yourself, which you did. You did for a little bit, but then all of a sudden you fell out of it. And a lot of the times it's actually our subconscious minds. The reason our subconscious minds can go against us is because our subconscious minds like to keep us in the form of what makes us comfortable. So your old habits of waking up later, eating junk food, not necessarily having to go to the gym, not necessarily, engaging in things that are positive for you, maybe putting in the work was just too much, before. That's your subconscious mind trying to tell you that that's the safe spot for you. It's safe to not do those things. It's safe to not get up and go to the gym. It's safe to eat the foods that give you comfort instead of eating foods that are actually good for your health. But inherently what this is doing to you is allowing you to stay in the comfort zone. The comfort zone is not comfortable. And I've said this in a previous video as well. The more you stay in your comfort zone, the more you're not going to be able to get outside of that and actually achieve the goals that you want for yourself. Changing, growing, healing, all of those things are uncomfortable. It is not a happy thing in the process of leveling up. Sometimes leveling up can actually be pretty easy. So for instance, let's say you weren't a reader before and then all of a sudden you jumped into this new genre of book and you started reading a ton of books in that genre. Okay, well that was an easy jump for you to up level. But how about getting through a breakup? How about starting a new job? How about starting school again for the first time? All of those things and those up levels are a lot harder because they take a lot more work, a lot more effort, and a lot more commitment and proper mindset for you to actually go through. And that is why we choose not to go through with things, is because it is difficult. But we don't realize that the things that are difficult are actually the things that we should be doing, because that's what's going to get us to the next level of our lives and allow us to continue to grow. As human beings, we go through life and we get new experiences and we continue to grow, and that's how it should be. Let's be honest, who is actually striving to be the same person they were 5 years ago? A lot of us are just not conscious of it. Our subconscious is not wired to understand that we want to grow, we want to heal, we want to be better. And the thing about it is when we start to take the necessary steps and actions to become that better version of ourselves, it gets hard. And the reality of it is climbing a mountain is not supposed to be easy. It's supposed to be challenging. There's supposed to be tension. There's supposed to be resistance. But those things are what teach us at the end of the day to be strong and to be resistant and to be perseverant in terms of our goals. So it is a blessing in disguise, to be honest, because the more difficult you have to work to get through something, the more meaning we associate with it. Let's think about it. For me, when I finished university, I was like, oh my God, this was such a difficult degree to get. And I finally finished my master's program and holy shit, I don't want to ever do this again, but I value it a lot because I did it, because I went through the process of literally crying myself to sleep, having anxiety, all those things, which now look, I'm not trying to make that a great thing because it's not. And I think that, we shouldn't have to go through that as humans, but the process of literally obtaining that degree has made me value it a lot more. With that being said, a lot of the times as human beings, we value things that take a lot of effort to earn, to achieve, whether that's a degree. It could be working hard to be in a good relationship with someone. It could be buying your first car. It could be buying your first home. It could be starting a new job and up-leveling your career. It could be starting a friendship with someone and getting to know and build a new friend group. Everything that you do that requires effort, you'll realize you've always had more respect for. And that's exactly why the up level, when you're trying to work through these goals that you have for yourself and you feel stuck, that's why it feels that way, because you have to push yourself. You have to allow yourself to move forward in the path and the direction and do the things that are necessary, which is the hard part, to get to where you want to be. We don't do things in life as human beings and put ourselves through strenuous processes if we don't think that that final product is going to be worthy of it. We don't allow ourselves to come out of romantic relationships if we don't think there's a better path on the other side. We don't allow ourselves to break that friendship if we don't think there's something better for us. As humans, we have this tendency to really think before we do things, okay? And as much as sometimes we think we don't, we actually do. Most of the time, okay, because some of us have made decisions when it was like a spur of the moment decision, but most of the time we make decisions because we understand that the final product is a little bit better for us. And those of you that are watching my videos and watching other creators in the self-development world, I know that most of you are doing those things too, are thinking about things before you make decisions for yourself. So trust yourself. Trust that you're able to make the right decisions for yourself. Trust that you're able to take all the necessary steps to get you to your goal. This little hump moment that you have right now, this little wall that you've hit is okay. You're gonna get through it. And this leads us to the second reason why we end up getting stuck, and that's because you don't believe in the dream that you want. When you don't believe in what you actually want or think that you're capable of achieving that, you block yourself. You block yourself subconsciously from being able to take the necessary action to get to where you need to be because a part of you doesn't believe you can have it. I want you right after this video, okay, to rewire your subconscious mind. I need you to sit with yourself and to remind yourself why you are so worthy of that thing that you want, okay? It is so important for us to change our self-image and to understand that the thing we want was planted there for a reason. If you're really kind of on the grips of it and you're like, I don't really know if I really want this or if I don't, ask yourself the question, sit with yourself and try to understand, am I not wanting it because I don't want it? Like deep down, it's something that I don't feel is going to be good for my life. Or do I not want it because I feel like I don't want to make the effort to have it? Those are two different things. Differentiate both of them and understand where you fall. The key to it is you really need to believe in yourself. You need to believe that you can have it. And when you believe that you can have it, you'll see how everything starts to shift for you because you'll start behaving as the person that can have it or that already has it. And this leads me to my number one tip when it comes to getting out of a rut. You need to fundamentally believe that that thing that you want is already yours. And I know this is so hard to do because trust me, I even have days where I struggle with this, but you need to believe that you are the person that already has it. Almost be a little delusional with your mind, okay? So let's say you've told yourself you're gonna go to the gym every day. What you're gonna do is you're gonna allow yourself to believe you are a person that's already done that. You've already gone to the gym. The 5 days that you didn't go, you already went. So now you're in the mindset of that person that goes every single day. So now, as that person that goes every single day, what do you need to do right now to prepare yourself to go tomorrow? Think in the mindset of that new version of yourself and then continue to follow through with actions of what that person would do. Now look, I would suggest when you're starting off doing this, don't do like, okay, I'm gonna start a business, so like I'm gonna do everything and really run myself dry. No, if you're gonna rush it and you're not gonna be consistent and let it build up over time, you're gonna crash, okay? And there's this really cool thing that Haley Hoffman Smith in her podcast, Big Conversations, she spoke about the concept of I think it was called a sprint week. For 1 week, she just like went at all her goals and tried to do the best that she could in all her goals. And she talks about the whole concept of quite literally crashing after trying to do that because your body is not set for that, okay? Your body cannot sprint towards goals. Your body needs to have consistency with little habits and little routines and things you do every single day to get you to your final goal. And it's okay for you to take time to get there. It's okay for you to persist and try and fall back a little bit, but then get back up and try again and try again and try again. Because like we said, everything that's ever been worth achieving, we've gone through that path before. We've gone through the trials and tribulations to finally get there, and that's how we have more respect for it. So allow yourself to embrace that process, embrace the journey, embrace what is going to get you there at the end of the day because you know it's worth it for you. You know that finally when you do get there, when you do get the thing that you're looking for, it's going to make you feel amazing about yourself. So allow yourself to go through this process and fundamentally believe that it is for you. Now, a little pep talk between you and me about this journey and this path and how you're going to get through it. Listen, it's okay. Okay, you're a human being. Like, you're allowed to literally have moments where you feel like life is difficult, where you feel like things are impossible and things aren't working out in your favor. You are allowed to have that. You're allowed to struggle and to suffer and to feel like the world is hard to get through. But just know that at the end of the day, like, you're gonna get through it because you've gotten through everything before. This is just another thing on your journey to get you to where you need to be, you know? And the thing is, you are going through this for a reason. There's a reason that we go through these ups and downs and we go through these trials and tribulations. And sometimes we really need to just struggle a little bit to get to where we need to be, because there's a force that's greater than us. You know, there's something that really looks upon us and really takes care of us. And it believes that if you had that thing right now and you didn't go through all these pressures and trials and tribulations to get you to the person that can handle that thing, what if, like, you know, you didn't do all that, you didn't build all that character up, and you finally got it and you didn't know what to do with it? You would crash it. It would burn. It would disappear. But all of this and everything you're going through is going to lead you to get to where you need to be. So trust the process, trust the journey, trust that at the end of the day, everything that's happening to you right now, whether it's good or whether it's bad, is going to get you to where you need to be. Give yourself the time if you're not feeling okay. Give yourself the time to sit with yourself. Take yourself on a solo day. Take the day off. You want to sit on the couch and just rot, sit on the couch and just rot. But just know that the day after, you got to get your butt up and you got to work towards your goals, because no one's going to do that for you except for yourself. You need to be clear with yourself about where you want to go. You need to be clear with yourself about what you need to do to get there. Because at the end of the day, we don't want to be at the end of this year, end of 2025, exactly in the same place we were at the beginning of the year. And one of the fundamental things I always say is, whenever you're going through a tough situation, let's say, I don't know, you failed at this thing at work or at school or whatever, ask yourself what that taught you. Everything in life teaches you something. Every single thing in life is there for a reason. When you're in traffic and you're like, oh my gosh, why can't I get to that destination faster? Well, maybe something is protecting you. Maybe it's because there could have been something bad that would have happened to you if you had just rushed it. Maybe that situationship or that relationship you were in with that person needed to break for you to realize something fundamental about yourself. Maybe that friendship needed to fall apart for you to realize your worth and build new friendships with people that actually care about you. Maybe that failed business plan needed to happen to teach you all of the fundamentals of how to start a business that you actually care about. Everything happens for a reason. There is a reason for every single thing that happens in the universe and everything that happens to us. So when you fundamentally believe this fact and you fundamentally understand that everything is teaching you something, you can then flip that around, learn the lesson, and move forward with the new experiences in your life. All right, so that is the end of our video today. I hope you enjoyed this video on how to get out of a rut, and I hope that this gave you a little bit of motivation and inspiration to go through this time, and just know that it is temporary and you're gonna get through it and you're gonna be perfectly fine. I believe in you, I know you can do it, and I'll see you next time.